Well, good morning there, collective. I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel, Five Mirror Tarot. I do. I hope you're doing well this morning. Well, now, are you ready to start your day? They told me to just jump right in now. So here we go. Well, first one is the Lover's card. I know, isn't this a lovely depiction? You fall in love and then you say I do and you get married and then it goes to hell in a handbasket. Because it always does. For one reason, that's not remarkable. And realizing that you didn't get out of this deal after investing so much of your time and your energy. We'll get back to that in a minute. And we've got this one too. I know it. I know it. I know it. You ready to start your day? Well, hello there, collective. Now this will be a channeled message for you, for your highest good. You're being really honest with yourself, so I trust this message has found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate and I hold gratitude for you in my heart space, collective. I thank you for being in this moment. And as always, I love you so very much. And I'm always so, so proud of you. Oh, all this, taking such good care of yourself. Self-love practices always kick in the law of attraction. Well, the topic here for today is, well, I guess first we should do the old business before new business. Old business is re-release karma. Right now, there it goes. For the entire collective consciousness, for the higher good. That includes your stinky people. They're in the same collective we are. Because they are. But for this morning's tarot enhanced channeled message, the topic, for your PSA, your public service announcement, the TRAD wife's role is the narcissist's invitation to the DANSE MACABRE, where decades later you are a displaced homemaker now. I know. It is a form of, I'm not a doctor, but it is a form of elderly abuse. It doesn't get any easier as you get older as a trad wife. Human nature is a twitchy thing. When humans say, quote, I do, end quote, it's very hard to realistically expect to stay the same exact person that you were on the day that you said those wedding vows. To stay fixed that way for 60 years? But let me tell you, that's with a normal person. You have your peaks and valleys and ups and downs, but when you are married to a bully or a narcissist, diagnosed or not, you lose. You lose. And this morning for the meditation, someone, it's a feminine, someone authentic in their true self. There's no gender in tarot now. You know the drill. You switch those energies around, so they'll help you make this fit or resonate. And if it's not for you, it's for someone that you know. Maybe it's your best friend's a trad wife. Maybe your daughter or son. I don't judge. But this authentic, in their own true self person, someone realized that the trad wifey life is pretty brutal, huh? Oh, and ever so lonely. And it is a horror show for every trad wife, No matter if you just broke into this, got into this fine mess, or you've been at it for a while. So, let's see. What's the first one? The 50s housewife. This is the domestic housewife's tarot. You go, you meet, you fall in love, you do all the things, you check all the boxes, you do everything you're supposed to do, both of you in the beginning. But you just have a normal person. I'm talking about those of us who didn't know that we married a bully. You had no idea. You knew they were rough around the edges, but it wasn't until you said, I do. It's like they flipped a switch. And now you get to see their true colors. And that's not love. The TRAD wife situation, that is not love. It's wonderful, like in the, who was it? Jack Nicholson in the Witches of Eastwick, marriage. It's wonderful for the man, but it's horrible for the woman. It is. This is when you marry a narcissist. This fake facade. You had no idea. But you learn very quickly early on, dancing with the devil is never fun. Well, wait until you've been dancing that same dance card for 40, 50 years, 60 years. Because you signed on back when dinosaurs ruled the earth like I did. And then reality shows you how hard you got screwed in this deal, being a TRAD wife. And you give the best love, the most wonderful, took care of your narcissist. Oh yeah, they love it. And then at some point, because you invested everything on being pretty enough, sexy enough, good enough housekeeper, good enough at this, that, and the other thing, because you thought you were in an equal partnership. And the hard reality is that reverse. That's what you signed up for. And that's what I thought I got for the first 24 years. I'm still married. We just had 39 years of anniversary, 39 years. Because in the 24th year, then I learned how screwed I was. And they were not fecking about here. I swear to God, I said it in other videos. My husband, we grew up watching a show called Leave It to Beaver. Yes, it really was a show. Google it. And I landed here, a modern woman of the 70s, and they slapped me in some kind of feckin' time warp in a time capsule, and have treated me as if it is the 1950s for real. I am not kidding you. What a little nightmare I landed in. And no matter how you slice it, once you are about 40, they have you trapped. This is what you keep trying to keep it together, and they're sabotaging it. Because you married a bully. And the more you try to keep it together, the more they sabotage it, to the point. Sometimes they divorce you. Sometimes they just outright leave you to go discover themselves in some kind of midlife crisis and run off with the babysitter. A big-breasted bimbo named Debbie. Who's younger? Yeah. And sometimes you had children with them, more than one. And pets in a household. And then out of the blue, they do this. They hide it really well for decades sometimes. Do you hear me? 7 years for some of you. And no matter what you do, they will not let you be victorious because you married a feckin' bully. And it does until they pick away at you until you do go insane. You do think you've lost your effing mind. And there's we're married. He ghosted me. Didn't tell me what the hell was going on. Ghosted me. In my own house. But then I went inward and leveled up. And I turned it all around in my case. Now then. You understand both sides of self-expression. Let's see now. You allow your expressions, which are reflected back to you from the mirror of other toxic people's perceptions of your critical people. This could be family, friends, doesn't always have to be an intimate partner. And then you watch what your truth awakens in those knuckleheads that are toxic. So you be still. And know that I am God, end quotes. Justice has been served on all of them, on the wicked. Powerful vibration for you carry. Oh, connected to fire of manifestation vibe. Use this vibration when you want to attract money to come into your home, your pocketbook, your bag. Go with this and follow your heart. To overcome evil in love. Again, you're attracting money in. Money. Well, miss, this is you for you. I told you your slutty boyfriend, his mother, the father of your child. Him and his crime family are suffering right now. I told you they've done something pretty. And you too, sir, your Jezebel, I think she embezzled. This is for entertainment and spiritual entertainment purposes only. But they are sick and they are broke. Like touched in the head, tapped out in the bank account from over, going, lost track, went to dinner one too many times and lost track of it. You can sense a toxic person's energy is damaged in some way because you're not letting them suck the life out of you. You're starving them by not giving them your energy. You're so beautiful and I just love it. Your energy this morning is delicious. And they're so brain dead, metaphorically. This person who butted in was unbelievable, though. Somebody, I think that was at work. Somebody butted in and started something up at work. They're in the doghouse at work. Toxicity, brutality. Use pessimism, toxic or weak-willed, and tend to be melancholy. Your divine union, though, some of you, this could be in your own skin. Your divine union came first and then marriage follows. If it's in your own skin, it's your inner divine masculine and your inner divine feminine. Oh, they're having the time of their little life and you're benefiting from it. But I still say that some of you've got, if they haven't come in yet, I think you already have them. I think you already have them. They have you. Isn't it wonderful? Someone who doesn't know what they are doing, use voodoo or hoodoo, even Santeria, but not in a healing light. A person who disrespects the Orishas or other divine messengers is playing with fire, you better have respect over those deities. They don't get jokes either. You show them respect. Both polarities are in sacred union as you move through this magical process. This whole process does prosperity for you. Gives you cover. Or it could mean a wealth of friends, growing your soul family, your soul tribe. Or it could be opportunities. Or again, it could be or money, or food, or what? Clear mind, clear body. Connection means choices are easy to make. You get off that hamster wheel. It's time for you to rest. You've done all the work you've done. You need to rest. Some of you get to stop a smear campaign. Some of you, I would go and see a doctor about it, but you're having some kind of sleep disorder. But that's, if it becomes a problem with your health, go see a doctor. But I think, is that what you're showing me? Yeah, you're getting downloads. I don't know if you really want to pay money to go to a doctor to talk to them about energy work when you could come here to 5 Mirror Tarot. You are stepping into your presence, stepping into your agency, not like you've never done that before, but not like this way. You leveled up. You bring love into your home. Again, not that you don't have it, but it's been spread a little bit thin under one roof. Yeah, you're keeping your chin up, but when you have to go outside and all that muck, all that negativity, you discard ideas or social norms which involve or reinforce toxic power over women or men, or a vibration that reinforces people making fun of empaths and light workers. Just because we love angels or Jesus or something, they think we're flaky. They're flaky. It's not you. As resentment settles in on your narcissist's heart, toxic one's resentment festers and takes over a narcissistic injury. Stay away from them. You see them go that way, you just walk the other direction. You're getting support from life, go do that. Celebration, go celebrate life, go do that. Your instincts will scream at you if you are influenced by something that does not serve you. Especially you difficult people. Who are you in the process of becoming? Go do that. Go be. Just go be that way. As a divine masculine, you major in adaptivity and you make adjustments, sir. Playful with your own inner child. You ask for a good life where you can feel good. You are getting it. You're taught to teach yourself how to readily clean away all that psychic sludge in your environment. You're able to solve most of life's problems. In your day-to-day negativity you wade through, which might be experienced with people, places, or things, or just one butt nut who's being really difficult. You're very good at being intentional. You're good at being present in the here and now and liking it. Major divine feminine activation. That's a rush, isn't it, ladies? Doesn't that feel good? You feel, oh yes, good survival instincts. You aren't getting away with anything. You're allowed to be creator of your own reality. You learn how to prepare. get through every day. You face it and you show up. I'm so proud of you. Your life is greatly enhanced by your balanced sense of confidence. Keep doing that. Life loves to provide for you. God shows you everything. You get your needs and your desires fully met. Sweet pea, why are you showing me Popeye? Okay, you got me there, Holy Spirit. Olive oil, Popeye, sweet pea, wimpy. I'm glad you gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Popeye. Well, the cartoon character Sweet Pea is really pure. This vibration causes you to tell the truth. Not that you don't, but we tell the truth in our little heads all the time without saying a word out loud. You attract friends, you build, you develop lasting relationships where you have a lust for a gusto in life. To be peaceful in those connections, because you have a relationship with life. You know your worth. You're not pecking about. Light energies. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Change of heart to make amends, but that's with a good person, not with the TRAD wife. The TRAD wifey life is an illusion. It certainly is an illusion. And it's hard because for some of it it's really good, but when it's bad, it's brutal. A new self-love practice is revealed to you, and they don't cultivate in you any form of self-love practice. They say they do. It's all lip service. You have to do self-forgiveness, though, when you're a TRAD wife. No matter how far you make it, and they keep moving that goalpost the whole time, too, ladies. Calculations in love. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome. You graciously rid yourself of attachments to material possessions or bankrupted relationships, plus harmful or futile, toxic circumstances, be it psychological. You're married to the spiritual, and that's pretty much how you keep it together, from what I could tell in my meditation. You receive some kind of bag. You give someone difficult a hard enough time. You think twice about going after you again. Everything about you drives them nuts because they don't like this version of you. You set boundaries and you love yourself, and they can't manipulate you for crappy crap. Intellectual sphere, whose center, the nucleus, is everywhere. A circumference, nowhere. What is done above means God is everywhere at all times. Your business is able to stand on its own. I don't care what you think it's gonna. You bring joy back into your environments, and that includes your work environment. So you be open to receiving. Did you hear the part where you must be open to receiving? So you stop a spiritual backslide. My feminine Saturn and Earth energy. Your slutty ex is on a rampage for revenge, miss. Vibrations of hatred and fear and shame and self-hatred in themselves while he's going after you. And the yucky low vibrational 3D consciousness, too much toxicity with too much dark energy. A person who likes being devilish, a spiritual hater, obsessive, vengeful, scheming to get even with you, and you did not do anything at all. Manifestation abilities, you go do that, because they're greatly enhanced. Do it. You do it. You get to deal with an incredible group of clear-headed people. Go do that. And then you are love and you are inspiration. From the divine, you get assistance in all of your undertakings. You get success in all of your endeavors. You get protection. Your spirit team is warding off evil vibrations, negativity, and you are happy because you're so in the present moment. So you stay receptive and keep magnetizing your soul. Quickest and clearness of thought actually attracts what you need. Expect to birth a project or a passion. Or a real baby appears. That would be Poof. Poof, the magic baby. Nurture your self-care to support your body care. You are worthy of receiving because you are. Spiritual freedom. Cord-cutting toxicity. Oh, some of you acquire an intuitive lover. Some of you cut ties and you cleaned your energy of a toxic person, extremely childish, obsessed person who's obsessed with you, codependent on your energy, and you broke free. Congratulations. They cannot steal energy from you again unless you let them. Wow, this is deep, about to be shown something really, really, really important. Ooh, you bathe in recollections of treasured time, tending to vivacious kinds of love vibrations. And there is another message here. Again, you're not getting away with something. You're allowed to defend yourself. Some of you do yoga and meditation to move those energies. Self-confidence oozes out of every pore. You are a delight, though. I know that. Okay, now. Let's see. I've got vertigo. Let's see if I can do this without falling on my ass. Ass over teacup. Let's see now. For this morning, for the visualization. There was a very strong vibration. These vibrations that carry ambition, an actual use of a very strong degree of your willpower collective. Divine chosen ones never ignore any of the signs sent to you by your guardian angel. Right up there up front. Our soul tribe will never discard their good advice or chalk things up to coincidences. And we don't discard or pass all of this off as our imagination. As devoted, divine chosen ones, you have uber heightened intuition. And it gets easier for you to comprehend the meaning without incident. Coincidence? I think not. It was your guardian angel talking to you. That's all it is. That's all it is, collective. Each and every one of you has got your very own guardian angel who gives you direct access to provide protection or to give help when it's in need, but just to give guidance. Yours listens to your prayers. Yours celebrates your hope and encourages you to fulfill any and every sort of personal dream. Some of you, if you identify with that, it could be what I'm describing to you is your higher self that you're in cahoots with. Either way, every sort of personal dream needed for God to grow your soul. Grow it into a better life. Get a result that's more like it. You can live your life without fear. This vibration you carry is being introduced to our soul tribe this morning, right now. And one where you can express yourself honestly, that's up there too, in the crowd, without being punished for being yourself. And this vibration also helps to inspire love. This vibration is a sign of fresh beginnings, where you want to be a spiritual pioneer. And your angels guide you to lead the initiative on every level of your life that needs to be leveled up. For vast improvements will. It can happen sooner than you think, collective. Heads up here, it comes back to you at long last. You have control over your own person and over your own niche in your own life. I hope this helps you, collective. I hope this does resonate with you. I love everything you do so much. You make me feel so very loved by you. I love everything that you do to help me grow this channel. I love my soul tribe. I think you are the fairest soul tribe in the land. I thank you for giving me your valuable, precious, and personal time. Thank you for your glorious feedback. I'm honored. Thank you for letting me be part of your spiritual journey. I love all of you. I do. Now, what's the next one? You are the completely fulfilled and being filled with God's presence. Because that's what we're doing right now with Holy Spirit. We do it each and every day. This is a vibration for Christ the Redeemer, because on my channel we use the Christ consciousness or the Godhead consciousness. It's because we do energy work, it's a vibration. This is energy. This blessing represents completeness. Holistic is what this vibe is. It's Holy Spirit. Spiritual perfection, attainment, blessings. The thing with the 7 eyes in the Bible story, the 7 distinct spirits of God sent forth into every person on this earth. You tap into significant spiritual properties, talents, skills, spirituality, exalted. You closed a cycle with toxic people. They closed one too. Because you asked for forgiveness so that you could heal and you surrendered. Now, let me get over there. I know they want me to tap into that Bible. How are you doing? How are you doing on this day? I hope you're feeling well. Now then, the public service announcement for this morning's Tarot Enhanced channeled. We got the first half. I already started. They made me jump right in. But it's a public service announcement about TRAD wives. When nature takes over, and you thought that you were so in love and you both agreed you were going to try and build something with this love forever. I'm making my nose itch, so here we go. So, human nature is a thing, though. Humans change from the age of 20 or 30 if that's the age that you got married. Got it? And it's hard to realistically expect to stay like you were at 20 or 30. Nobody does that, but once you say I do, it's like it's an unwritten rule for 60 years or more that people can be married legally, right? So if you're going to do that, that's why you're supposed to think about it before you get married. I did everything right. I checked all the boxes, did everything I was supposed to do. But this morning for my meditation, I feel a single mother, you're a traditional wife. I'd say about 11 years. And you have a child, if not more than one child, that is about 11 years old, maybe a little younger. Or you have twins. Got it? And you realized that the traditional 50 housewife role, oh yeah, it's brutal. I came in 86. We weren't called a traditional wife. I was a woman of the 80s, a modern contemporary woman of the 80s, an independent, strong woman of the 80s who did marketing opinion surveys, door-to-door surveys, phone surveys, placing product for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Door-to-door surveys in the summer where I was placing product for families to sample and give us their opinions. Jello pudding pops. Got it? All those lovely, yummy Quaker oatmeal flavors, blueberry and cream, strawberry and cream. Yeah, we did those. Now they're on the shelf now because I did that job. And it's pretty lonely, pretty early on. It doesn't take them within the first, you don't make it to the first 5 years if you're a trad wife. More like 3. Love bomb you to like a fish to reel you in hook, line, and sinker. And then they stop investing in you and it gets really lonely, but you think, well, you've got the children are little children now, and then they're not children. Now they're toddlers. Now they're tweens. Now they're adolescents. Now they're in middle school. Now they're in high school. Now they're going off to college. And you're stuck. You've never been allowed to grow. As a trad wife, you are supposed to stay 20 or 30, and when they get real cruel about it, they tell you that they're going to divorce you now because you changed. Because you did not stay after spitting out 4 kids, 1 to 4 kids. Yeah. That you aged in 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And then they leave you because you aged. Which is what we do. It's what they did too. They didn't stay in this make-believe world where they were expected, your husband, to stay 20 to 30 for the rest of his life and his dotage. Oh, he gets distinguished. As you get older, you become a toothless old drab. Yeah, you think I'm kidding. It's really sad, and it's a Danse Macabre. It's a horror show. I was convinced how if I just found a holding pattern or a ritual, a way to keep everything together, and then explain by choosing every word, because he told me, I like talking to you because you make me feel better. That's only in the first couple of years. Then they tune you out. They don't want to hear your voice. And you'll notice they'll tune out all female voices. Unless it's a sex kitten flirting with them, and then they're all up in it. But your voice at a picnic or at a party situation, they're not listening. None of the men are listening to the women. We're all nags by that point. We're all nags by that point, within the first 3 years. I'm not a doctor. This is my experience. I'm still here. So, he saw me struggle and adapt to everything he threw at me, because he's a frickin' bully, from being a mother and an elementary art school teacher. I was a volunteer. I didn't get paid for that. He signed me up for it without my knowledge when he went to take my son at first over to the elementary school before I homeschooled him, which I was made to do because I'm a traditional wife. How could I say no to any of this stuff? Overwhelmed me, but I had the time of my life. I taught 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade on Wednesday, 150 students, and they all loved me because I was a trad wife. I can articulate what he needed to understand. At least that's what he lied and told me. They make you think that you are their equal. Second you said I do, you might have been before you married him, or were just a fiancé or were engaged. But the minute you legally were married, you were screwed if you're a trad wife. Uh-huh. I was so convinced, and I was up to my eyeballs in toxic positivity. I was so convinced that he would finally get it. And I did that until the 24th year of marriage when I figured it out. No, he didn't want to improve the connection. He didn't want to grow and invest in it like I watched all of my other neighbors. We were all the same age. All my girlfriends, we all got married and had children at the same time. They weren't married to a bully or a narcissist. They had their own money. They weren't made to fork over their paychecks when they did work, were allowed to work. They were allowed to work. 18 months into my marriage, I was told I could only make $1,600 a year, and then I had to quit doing marketing. Did you hear what I said? Get it? That was the first shocker. 1,600, that's less than $100 a month I was allowed to make for some made-up bullshit reason. But I was a traditional wife, and I did it. F me, I did it. That man does too know. He absolutely knows now and likes the pain that he keeps causing right up to this very day. It's never stopped. I'm here because I walk the walk and talk the talk. Not everyone can go no contact. My channel's for people who either can't or won't. For whatever reason, I don't judge you. Go no contact. But he knows that I'm the only one who's beholden to this very day, to those wedding vows. Oh, he broke them immediately, especially the cheating. Oh, yes. He banks on it to this day. I'm beholden to those wedding vows, not him. No, no, no. He banks on me clinging to those wedding vows to this very day, collective. I am bound to those sacred vows. But he clearly is not and never will be. That took some painful healing on my part, and no one helped me. So if you are staying in a marriage, when I processed it completely, it was a relief. It's never going to change, period. I threw myself a little party once I, on the inside, realized that freed me. Just because of the time you invested in trying to change dynamics in a marriage because you can't change the person, welcome to my world. I've known my whole life you can't change another person, they can only change themselves. But I fooled myself as a trad wife into thinking I could change the dynamics in the marriage and the connection. No. And you can't heal everybody. You can't heal a person who's not interested in because they have to heal themselves. You can guide them to it, but they have to heal themselves. But they'll tell you, you're the only one who can heal me because they're a feckin' bully and a narcissist. And if you want a fish, hook, line, and sinker, if you buy into it, they will let you. 100,000 times over and over again, they will let you do an awful lot of things you will learn on my channel. Oh, my man would never do that, Auntie. My man would never do that heartless crap to me. Well, Lucifer loved God, and he still betrayed God. Just because you said I do, snap out of it, wake up. My bully, he's never, ever, no, never going to wake up. He doesn't want to. He has the ability to know better. He's already awake. He knows better. They know better already. So what are you trying to change? They already know that they are not going to value or invest in the connection at a certain time. Because they watch their menfolk do it, and they think it's a time-honored family tradition. Welcome to the patriarch, ladies. And he is manipulating every situation ever since I got here, just for his benefit. Not for me and the child, just him the whole time. We're just along for the ride and we have no say. And he will gladly continue to do so as long as I allow it. No, when I got Ani Greyrock, the first channel is when I stopped allowing it. We still live under the same roof. We're still married. And the only thing that changed, and it had to change, because it was getting dangerous for me to be here. I'm an old woman. And that's the danger of being a trad wife, and that you're lulled into this false sense of security. He's a narcissist. He played this thing up, that little role that he played as that he was a good husband and this husband and He is a crappy husband. He's a shitty husband. He's a good father. See, I can give him credit. But he's a shitty husband for me. Got it? Because I'm a traditional wife. That's part of the deal, but you don't find out until you've been married for 11 years, 20 years, 24 years, 34 years, 35 years is when I finally stepped in and said, this shit stops. I'm not going to be your trad wifey anymore. You're on your own. You and your flying, my son, his flying monkey that mines for gold up his father's ass because he watched what he did to me, and he doesn't want him to do that. So he's like, on my husband, they team up against me. Aren't I the lucky one? So, you understand that people change, right? He made a choice for you, collective. This feminine that I'm saying that you've been married for about 11 years, you're a traditional wife too. You do it all too. I did all maintenance and yard work inside and out. He doesn't do shit. That would be work. Everything is my responsibility, and if it goes wrong, I have to take care of it. And I get no credit, no nothing. You're Miss, for 11 years, he made a choice to keep you. Now he makes the choice to throw you away. When you're married to a bully and a narcissist, they wait to discard you when you're old. After they've wheedled all your money and resources out of you and you have nothing left, they try to push you out of your home, your marriage, all of it. When you're 70, that's scary as fuck. How do I know? Because, yeah, after the coronavirus, he tried to pull that shit on me. Didn't know me very well. I'm still here. It's my home. We're legally married. Why should I have... He wanted to treat me so poorly that he wanted me in the middle of the night to run screaming from my own home and make myself homeless. Well, he stayed here in this home, all warm, food, everything at his fingertips in the lap of luxury. and wouldn't give two fecks about me. Him and my son, they both were torturing me. Isn't that lovely? Aren't I the lucky one? Yeah. But when you're 70 and they sort of Damocles over your head from Christmas to Christmas to New Year's to New Year's, is this going to be the year they throw you away and drive you out? Elderly women. I remember with my Playtex nurser, he was bottle fed. He was a C-section. I couldn't breastfeed him because of the painkillers. Watching Uncle Phil Donahue, and this commercial haunted me. I was 29. I was hot. I was sexy. I was a smart young mother. I was innovative. I was working 3 jobs because he wouldn't work. He decided he didn't need to work either. He didn't work till my son was 10 years old. It was me doing it and bringing money in. Yeah. But I was a traditional wife. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? There was a commercial where they talked about a displaced homemaker. I wasn't a TRAD wife in 1986. I was a homemaker who taught elementary school education, art, because there was no art and music. They stripped it out of the public school system. I was a volunteer, and they didn't give me art supplies. I went to Michael's, I went to Hobby Lobby, I went to Langell's, which was hoity-toity. And they gave me scraps for free to bring back to teach art, and they gave me watercolor palettes to give to the students, because I'm an earth angel. That's my gift. I was a homemaker. I didn't know I was a TRAD wife until recently. They just changed it up. Elderly women are displaced first while legally married. In your 50s, 60s, it becomes a crapshoot from the age of 50 on. Did you hear that, my little darlings that are TRAD wives now when you are 30 or 40 years old? Did you hear what I said? It's like they flick a switch and you think everything's fine, but no. They'll let it slide and they will play act for 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years, 7 years. Leave me a comment if that resonates with any of you. So you're in your 50s or 60s, it becomes a crapshoot. It's hard to rely on a man's choice to keep you on a fixed income. He didn't give me money. I worked those jobs and had to pay for frickin' everything since I got here, and that's never changed. To this day, if he could find a way to charge me rent and we're married, oh, he'd do it in a feckin' heartbeat. Because he's an old fart now, and he's out of shape and long in tooth, and he can't just go whip up new supply and cheat on me like he used to do. Ew, yucky middle-aged man. Yeah, he was trying to look with these little young fillies, and they're grossed out. He's disgustingly old now. He's over 60. So this is love, Cinderella. I'm a baby boomer. I was raised on Disney's, those records. So this is love. Cinderella singing songs about domesticity when she was already up to her eyeballs in domesticity. They spoon-fed us on fairy tales. To get back out there in the retail workforce, and a year after my father died, I'm married to a narcissist. He got jealous because my first job out of high school was working in the costume house. I had 11 years of working Halloweens and went to work at Spirit Feckin' Halloween. And he was pissed because I was able at that time to make $11 an hour for my 12th Halloween. Because they compete and they get jealous. And okay, you have a normal husband that's going to pull this crap on you if you're a trad wife. But you marry a feckin' narcissist and see how it plays out for you. If it has that way, leave me a comment. So, to get back out there in the retail workforce for me with complex post-traumatic stress disorder, because I've been married to this butt nut for 39 years. I've known him for 50. We were friends in theater. That's where we met. Oh, I have CPTSD and agoraphobia because I'm married to a feckin' narcissist at 70 years of age. It's a little bit daunting for me to face him pulling this crap on me at this stage of the game. It's 70, not 17. 70. Yeah. I have nothing. I have no work history. From the time my son was in the 2nd grade, they wanted to put him in the 6th grade, which in New Mexico, he would have gone as an 8-year-old child into middle school. And the bullies there would have eaten my child up alive, but I'm a traditional wife, right? So I homeschooled him. He graduated high school when he was 13. I'm a trad wife. Of course he did. Then for 4 years, I got him workbooks for the GED so that at 16, he got his GED with a 4.0. And then I can say I homeschooled him to a bachelor's degree because I did. And I paid for it because my dad died. He paid for all of the college except for the last, for him to get the diploma. I turned over my entire paycheck from Spirit Halloween so that my son, that's what mothers do, right? So that he could graduate with a bachelor's degree. I'm a trad wife. Of course I did. Of course I did. I homeschooled him. It is gobsmacking to me. I see these young women who are called trad wives today, and I know what it will be like for them once the kids are grown and you are old and you're not desirable and you live in fear of displacement because they start telling you a good 10 or 15 years before they really start trying to get rid of you. And if they can't, they will divorce you. You need to prepare for that. That is the discard and rejection, the abandonment. They want to hurt you with that. I'm still a trad wife in the twilight years. My little psychic vampire of a husband. Vampires and narcissists do not sparkle in the feckin' sunlight. Are we clear? I worry for these poor women. I did everything right and I got screwed. I checked all the right boxes for what you're supposed to do. I stayed home. I homeschooled my kid from 3rd grade to college graduation. And in the end, I got left out on my ass. And I still live under the same roof. I'm still married. And he will not change. I'm telling you. Just get that off your bucket list. So I changed myself instead. You change what you can change. I have nothing to show for 39 years of indentured servitude, being married to a covertly narcissistic, toxic spouse to this very day. It's hard to get a job without a work history and an education. And I'm 70. I can only work at Halloween, seasonally. That's it. And that's grueling. I'm going to want more than $11 feckin' dollars if I went back to that. This is a real life of an older woman nowadays, though. At 30, I had no idea that he could stay married to me for decades and then leave me in the lurch out of the blue. No, that's the shocker. And in the long run, to leave at this late stage of the game myself is dangerous for an elderly person. If I was going to do this and leave and get divorced and all of that, I would suggest that would have been done when I was 38, 40, right? I'm 70. Yeah. And with that shit that him telling me that I could only make $1,600 a year and I didn't work, he fist-fecked me out of my Social Security. Did you hear the part where he fecked me out of my Social Security? Is going to be what, $13? About what, $13? I'm not kidding. When I got my first job at 16, I made $1.63 an hour. That's what we're going on. And what I made seasonally for 11 years at the costume house. Come on now. That don't add up. And I had to take out from that costume house all those years. I was supposed to take out my own Social Security money. Oh, oops, I didn't save it back. Yeah. So yeah, he screwed me 9 ways to Sunday out of my Social Security because he wouldn't let me work. I'm a TRAD wife who had to stay home and homeschool my son for years and years and years in a row. But he got an education. He got a real education. So this is like a PSA to women, young, middling, or old. What I'm going through can happen to you before you reach the age of 70. You better have a plan for yourself just in case. I've just been a mom this whole damn time. I have no money of my own. Just what I've been given to him, and it's nothing. 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 He has all of the money. I don't. He threatens to put me out all the damn time. And we're married legally for 39 years. It's a bit much to take at my age, don't you think? So think about that, ladies. Think about the reality of that. A woman in her dotage being treated like baggage. It is a heartbreaking thing for me to imagine, having to rebuild my life over from scratch at the age of 70. And here I am. At this age, he still expects me to... I'm warning you, trad wives never get to retire. Either he croaks, or eventually, I don't know, maybe I'm on YouTube long enough in 5 more years when I'm 75, I'll have enough donations I can leave. Well, that's not going to happen if you all don't give me thumbs up and subscribe and leave me comments. Or I'll be 85, 95 and still be here hoping. But trad wives never get to retire. I have never had a feckin' day off either. from my covertly narcissistic husband. And even if I divorce him, statistically, I go straight into poverty. So to leave, if he treats me horribly enough, I get to die on the streets homeless. Lovely. That is not what I signed up for in 1986. It's not. At 70, I'll be taking care of him until one of us unalives. Those marriage vows, till death do us part. I'm always working around the feckin' clock 8 days a week since I got here. That's never changed. Even when my son leaves the house, I'm stuck there at home taking care of my narcissistically wired husband. Sometimes my son goes and stays with has a life. And then here we go. Second he leaves, my husband starts in on me with this shit. And so I go no contact. I come in here into my sanctuary and I lock the door where he cannot get the door open to torture me. So, because we are married, he thinks he's entitled to never give me a break. So at 70, I never get to retire. It just never effing ends. And he's like, this is your job, Kim, and you can never ever leave it. He really, he figures for me to be done with the marriage, I deserve to be homeless. And to me, in my heart of hearts, and in a reality-based world I live in, that to me is proof that he is a vile douche. Marriage over? He wants me out on my ass because he does not give a shit, people. Yeah. So stop romanticizing the trad wife gig, my ladies. When he decided 5 years ago he was done with me, he expected me to just leave and just become homeless. He told me to get out, to walk away from my own home, and we're married. Be forewarned, young ladies, I'm a snapshot of what your future could look like. He had it all planned out. He was going to keep on living in our house with his income and reap the benefits from all that I had helped him build here in this household in 39 years. And he told me to my face, I do not deserve anything at all. Zero, zilch, nothing. Nothing I could think of before stopped this man from mistreating me. I could never be perfect enough for this man, and there's no pleasing him, who seeks to only hurt me. So don't you make my mistake. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Now we're going to tap into the angelic realm first. Here we go. Are you ready? It's my favorite part. We're tapping into the angelic realm. This is the Bible. Ooh. Oh, I feel that. Right there. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. Let the sinners be consumed out of the earth. For running off with the babysitter that was 16 years old, that large-breasted bimbo named Debbie. And let the wicked be no more. Bless thou the Lord, O my soul. Praise ye the Lord. Give thanks unto the Lord. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people. Sing unto him. Sing psalms unto him. Talk ye of all his wondrous works. Glory ye in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. Holy Spirit. Thou makest darkness, and it is the night wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep forth. The young lions roar after their prey, and seek their meat from God. The sun ariseth, they gather themselves together, and lay them down in their dens. Man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. Until the time of his word came, the word of the Lord tried him. Those feet they hurt with fetters, and was laid in iron. He sent a man before them, and he was sold for a servant. See, that's the indentured servitude. They'll just wring the light out of you until there's nothing left. It's what they do. And now the one that I do, this is Isaiah 22:1. Between 3 and 4 in the morning, I do a Bible divination for you. So this one's Isaiah 22:1. The Lord Almighty, has a day of tumult, a trampling and terror in the valley of vision, a day of battering down walls, of the crying out to the mountains. This verse describes a prophecy against untimely rejoicing in Jerusalem, and a threefold prediction of Sheba's fall and the Eliakim's elevation. The Valley of Vision is a place in Jerusalem where God's people were meant to meet. They'd meet with and they would worship God at his temple, to consider his ways. The irony? Mount Zion in Jerusalem has become a valley and a vision. It has become blindness, as we can see. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It's hard to see when you're so close to the situation and you agreed to be a traditional wife because you thought that you were going to be building something specific together. And most of the time it looks like that and feels like that, but it's not. Something is off. What does the divine need to share? Until you have a plan and figure out what to do, there's still time to be dancing in the garden. Some of you will love frolicking in the woods. Ground yourself is what that means. Sometimes go camping, even if you're camping in your own backyard. You love to explore the secrets of nature. Get pixie kisses galore while you're out there. Rich as hell vibration. Pixies like to dance. Especially in your imagination, you understand, you are shown appreciation, these vibrations. You express yourselves collective. You dance in the moonlight with the fairies in your own skin. You say bless you to yourself. You say bless you to the fairies and the angels, and you grow. You provide yourself with healing energies. And what crosses the situation? Thank you, Holy Spirit. No fuss. No bother. Just intention and natural vibrations that facilitate human magic. You are filled to the gills with natural magic. The more you refresh and the more you are true to your own nature, the more access you have to your own level of magic. Do not get caught in the trap of believing in limitations on yourself. What's the basis? Thank you. Especially any limitations that are self-imposed, or those imposed on you by culture or religion, or by the difficult people in your life. Then you are of your own convictions and your own true nature. Quit relying on other people. Rely on your intuition and your nature. Do not inhibit your own flow of energy. You stay in time with life's melodies. As that song sweeps through you, you open yourselves back up, collective. You let that one song belong. You know, like Inagata Davida. That was a very long song. Inagata, Iron Butterfly. Google it. Let your song be complex business. Do not be closed down in any way. Don't you do it over the next 2 weeks ahead. You plunge into a great deal of thought and you explore self-observation. You take your sweet time. Some of you help someone who's kind to you. You help them with friendship. In tandem, for some of you, I feel you've got a romantic, I feel a connection that you allow. With that person, you allow Mother Nature to cooperate with you. You allow your own nature to be helped along for the two of you. You are connected to open spaces in nature. You keep looking at the stars at night. You observe the state of the sky. You listen to what the wind is saying to you. What is it whispering? What crowns collective? It helps if you teach yourself different ways to observe all the natural processes you use, and then you change yourself around. Nature is up to something fabulous out there in the globe, collective, and we are ready to constantly change as a species, even when earthlings resist, even when humans think that they are stuck. Mother Earth's vibration right now is speaking clearly. She's saying, "Come with me." Sings the globe, tugging at mankind's hand. So narcissism is exposed. I keep telling you this. It's futile for the bullies to struggle against the flow of the feckin' universe. They can't do it. So we might as well dance with the earth while we're watching them all get karma. Definitely the future. Stuckness right now is an illusion. We're not stuck. It just feels like it because we've been through enough. Whole globe. Mother Earth says, "Dance with me." She has every fairy in all of our worlds and every dimension known and unknown. Dance with me and all will come right. And you know in your soul that Mother Earth is right. So many of the blocks in mankind and in our human lives will come right. Much, much more collective, more quickly, if we connect with Mother Earth, opening mankind's hearts to her. You too, you're filled with her so much, and you're filled with so much of her magic, earth magic right now, collective. Doesn't it feel really good? What's in the place of hope? Well, natural magic is happening. We as a species, we have a shot at making things flow almost effortlessly by tapping in. Enjoy it. You notice the signs all the time. Natural magic is at work. You cracked open the secret. One part of the natural magic would be simply allowing the energy flow to rip right through you. Let her rip. Let her rip. And what did those around collective think of collective? They love you. They think you're delightful. That you have both giving and receiving down pat. You let all that energy flow. They can see it, that you don't push it and you don't try to control it. And I want you to dance with it. They want you to have fun with it. I need for you to trust in it. But remember to keep returning to the source for inspiration, and then you go back out in it again. Plus, you do so to keep your heart filled with love and light. It's what you do. And it's a heart's desire. Heart's desire. You have some difficult people to release completely. Others you kind of have to tolerate. They're like family members, or you're married to them or something. Or it's your child, or your mother. This toxic situation and the nasty, difficult people involved have the same crappy, bogged down energy. Stay away from them. Or they stay in a murky energy on purpose. As far as you're concerned, they need to blow it out their ass. You stay away from their toxicity. You need a breath of wild, fresh air. You go on a nature hike, and you take the fairies with you. You let them come along. Let them help you harmonize your ambiance and atmosphere. What's the outcome? If you can't go out into nature, thank you, Holy Spirit. Give the difficult people a pleasant adieu. Say goodbye for now. Just get out of their energy. Please come back to your natural self. Be aware of the toxic cycles. That cycle like the sun and the moon in the sky. They keep coming at you with this. Mother Nature offers you, not the bully, changing, flowing balance, love and harmony with that frequency on the earth. Exercise your body appropriately. Eat very, very well. Drink plenty of fluids and hydrate. Clear the toxins of civilized living from your digestive system if you like. That's up to you, for kicks or under a doctor's advice. But go out, smile at the sun, and speak kind words to the moon at night before you go to bed. Which ones? Here I come. Oh, let's see, shall we? That's them being smarmy. The bait and switch, they offered you one thing, then they wait decades before they tell you, no, that's not what you're going to get at all. You were the blessing, and they discard you and terrorize you. This is not what you signed up for, the Knight of Wands reversed. You signed up for 10 out of 10 pentacles, a true offer of love, devotion, and vows, and a promise kept. And you intuitively knew something was off. And then they turn into danger up ahead when you're in your dotage, that they're going to throw you out like the trash, like you're garbage. Always arguing at some point. I told you 5 years in. And you keep trying to hold everything together. Then they give the appearance that you do when there's They're just biding their time until they can lower the boom on you. With that really bad news is, I'm going to divorce you now and run off with the babysitter. Because I'm an asshole, King of Swords. So that they wound you, that you curl up into a little fetal position, and they don't give you any way to predict, and they don't explain anything. They ghost you in your own marriage, in your own house. Childishly. Ruthlessly. Until you've had enough and you go inward. This is what I did. And I brought myself from choppy waters, from all this crap he was doing to me. I brought myself to a calmer situation. And then I said my prayers correct, and I forgave him. And I told God that I surrendered, and would he get revenge? And he did. So it really pays to do your prayers correct. And vengeance was not mine. And this is me now getting the rest I didn't get before. Now I get to rest. 5, 6, 7, and I'm able to hold my own with my boundaries and defend myself. To this day, I changed the dynamic. He wasn't going to do it. No, never. Okay, this will be easy. This is what I signed up for. The TRAD wife, the 50s wife. And 24 years into the marriage is when I had a big aha moment. Then they do this to you. You are not expecting it. And then getting you trapped in your head. They leave you in a bad place, all alone, in the mud, bleeding out, left for dead. But I'm the mother of your child and your wife. I don't give a rat's ass. And you're the star trying to keep it all together. And then they cheat on you. They take your resources. They hide money. They take all the money out of the joint account. They don't give you money. I know that. Because that's not how it's done. Because that's how their grandfathers and stuff did it back when Model T days, Depression era and crap. I'm not kidding you. And then you start losing your fucking mind. Pardon my French. Because they betrayed you, and you're the only one. No one comes in there to save you either. You hear me? Nobody. You get, and you don't get justice. You never get justice if you're a TRAD wife. 3 of Swords. That's the breaking your heart that you did not have any idea. And now, and this is where they take it to either. Like I said before, it'll come to this. In the Tarot, the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords upright is somebody's getting a divorce. And they will leave you penniless. You have nothing when you're a TRAD wife. They do that on purpose. They do not think you deserve anything. For real. Hold on now. And so you have to have a plan now in case they go wonky on you. You have to be strong for yourself, and if you have children, you have to have a plan. Because this is what they want to do to you. Oh, Auntie, my man would never do that to me. Are you still sweet and sexy and maybe 24 or something? Shut up. Wait until you're 34, 44, 54, 64, and then you complain that your man will never do that to me, Auntie. Hell yeah, they will in a heartbeat. And don't you think they won't snap out of it? They'll make sure that you leave with nothing. You invested in them. They stopped investing in you and expected you to keep investing in them. And this is inside of you. Something inside of you finally dies, and you decide that screw them right back. You're not doing this. There's that King of Swords. He gets to go be alone now, even if you live in the same house. And this is what they pushed you into in the first year of your marriage when they were still love bombing you. I told you something wasn't right. You were always crying over this, that, or the other, and it was never you. You were blamed for it. And they stifle your creativity. Your degrees, you stop going to school, you sacrifice everything for you, and then they tear you out of their life just like that. And you just gobsmacked. You can't believe it. You didn't sign up for that shit, and you're pissed. Then you become the Queen of Wands in your own skin in order to reconcile it. And you doing it, you're on your own, but you're happy. I know I am. They will never change. The Tower reverse. They will never, ever, ever change. And you're the one that's going to have to pull all those swords out of your own back. I know. And then you're going to have to realize that this wasn't love the whole time. That's a real bugger to get through, a bitter pill to have to heal on your own. But if you're honest with yourself, and you see them for the first time, you see them as a douche. That's what they want you to be crying over them, pining away. False night on the road, that in the very beginning they had planned to do this to you, to ruin you, to cripple your adult life, and got you to voluntarily do it. This is what you signed up for and you didn't get. And you're never going to get that, what you signed up for. But you go inward, and you will start to change yourself and your situation, and then you defeat them. They don't have any power over you. Go with Debbie the bimbo. Do it. I will celebrate you leaving with the babysitter. Do it. And then when he knocks up the 16-year-old babysitter and goes to jail, she becomes the Queen of Night, and it's not you anymore. How about that? We're almost there, don't you worry. We're almost there. Honesty. Honesty. Ooh, Nels. You in your own skin, you start working your magic, and you start not living for the future or the past for douchebag. Yeah, let them go be out in the cold. They can't lead you out in the cold anymore. This is them. That's what you really married. Be honest with yourself. You know something's off. Your trade wife, you know there's something off. You're getting screwed. You can feel it in your bones. You go inward, you get unstuck. They don't have power over you. Because you're wise. They force you into your masculine all the time and then punish you for it. This you getting a rest. Rest you need. Want you to be in bedlam. Want you to be committed. I'm not kidding. So you keep to your prayers. To your guardian angel. You continue the dreaming forward. And you have hope. You keep that hope alive. And you're able to, at one point it stops hurting when you have to do the work and look at it as a heartless love. What you are in as a trade wife is not love. It's control and dominance. And this is you standing up to the narcissism, to the bullying. That you're not going to do it. That you love yourself shamelessly. For some of you, this is, I'm telling you, getting a new person in your life. And you're going to be waving that wand around. And you're going to be liking it a lot. And we've got the waving 7 wands around. I would construe that as a sex life. You have a sex life. Oh my goodness. Look, the big O. Mutual. Mutual O's. The Queen of Passage. The Wheel of Fortune. Followed up by, I told you, it's a new person. The arrows of love. Or loving yourself enough to, even if you are a trade wife now, decide that you're going to transform yourself. You're not going to be that anymore because you're getting screwed. Even if you stay married to them and stay in the house. You become a hero for yourself and your sake, and they're on their own. You do for you. And then you're the lady of song. And then you get joy in your future because you snapped out of it. They had you entranced. You were bewitched. And now the spell is broken. You're the bright spark. You go do that. See, that's them not wanting you to have a life in the future. This is God's truth. And again, the singers of healing. If you're going to stay in the marriage, don't stay as a trad wife. I ditched it 5 years ago. 4 years ago. 5 years ago. I stopped being the trad wife. Well, that's all I got for you for this one. How did I do? Well, for me, that's pretty good. Well, I thank you for creating a magical space with me, Collective. So, with that, I thank you for sharing your time with me. So where do we go from there in this reading? Well, I say there's a major ending to a cycle, be it for good or bad. If you're going to stay, you can change things. And thank you. Thank you for coming and spending time with me every day. You go out there. Promise me you'll have a really great day.